Oh, what's up, everybody? We're in a Catan game. Surprise, surprise. We're fourth pick. I'm still in placements. This is my ninth placement game. We won our first six in a row, which was great. Then we lost two in a row. I want to show losses on the channel, like good games, and I don't really care if they're losses, like if they're good games. The first one we lost was just completely griefed, and then it was just a lame game, and some guy just I don't know. It's always just one person falls apart, just starts griefing, convinces himself it's the only way to spend their time for the moment, and that's what happens early on in these ranked ladders. And I don't know if there's a way around it, and why ranked is kind of a little iffy at times. And then second game, a guy started complaining about getting hit, and he just started throwing as well and calling. I think I got called the N word, and was we all reported him during the game. He got like banned during the game, I think, like at least from using chat. So those are two games I can't really show as losses. One I think is just terrible, game wise, and then one is just like morally wrong to even just really engage about, almost to a degree, and was just an awful game as well. You know, if you're playing Catan and people start speaking the N word, uh, you're in an interesting place in life. Let's look at this board. Doesn't look great unless I'm less 693, which I don't know why I would be. But maybe 634. Dude, this is ugly as hell. Is this a Woodport angle? But these are bad spot. Like, we could go full Woodport 5-6-12, 5-6-3 TIE Fighter. We get all this to ourselves. It's a little ugly. And what do you even start with? Would you start with the brick? I kind of like it to a small degree, but it also looks awful. Not too big on the it looks awful meta. There is a it looks awful meta try. I don't let's hope red just throws and makes this easy for me, because after those last games I'm just kind of mentally in a spiral, and trying to figure out the rest of life. There's a 692 692 8410. Is that ever the angle that red goes again? Gets 634, which is damn good. Ah, man. I think I'm like stuck to like take like this with them is just insane. They just have like the better thing than me. Problem is I can't like close out this space, because then they take the wood spot. Basically would leave me as having the most shit spot. 9, 10, 11 is interesting. You don't really know where to point though. And then we share everything with him, but we do have brick. And then we go right to the 1 and have an advantage on the 10s. Just leaves a lot. I really don't like that spot when I think I'm gonna do what I thought. I hate TIE fighters, and I think when you're doing TIE fighters, you're in a tough spot. Let's see. I want to record a risk and see if it pays off. I don't think 411 gets taken. I want to record a risk and see if I am gonna start with the brick. If you don't start with, I could have gone to 8-3. I wasn't even really paying attention, but there's all these other angles for that. This is some Mickey Mouse clubhouse shit. If 11's roll though, this is ugly. This is pretty ugly. This is pretty ugly. I would have like no confidence in this in a real game. It is mostly all wood and low of everything else. Like it is. And no ore. Like, this is crazy. I just have a feeling that this works better than like this and this. Like, and that is probably why I'm stupid. Or it would maybe been smart was to point right there for pacing, because 10, 3, like 9. But you know, they could do something wild. They could do this to get all resources to the maybe. They do. Wow. Right as I say it. That is awful for us. Yeah, GG's orange. Wow. That is. Whoa. That could work. They might easily get road. Whoa. Wow. They stack this up. They're getting better rolls. Oh, so 8-3 gets taken. Red is now loving light. What I called red an idiot, but that spot turned in them to get in that spot. I don't. That is crazy to me. They're gonna be on the wheat, all of the wheat. I think every hit should be on red. Oh my god, they're just rolling like a god. We just gotta go for Woodport. We didn't roll any cards. There's cards. Oh, please. Yes. They're probably gonna trade with orange because they said they're dead or whatever. Oh, they give us a all right, one brick trade. We can probably get a brick trade. I think red is loving life right now. Gonna start building there. You can't have red roll 7s. This goes so bad if red starts rolling sevens. Oh my god, they blocked so many eights. So many bricks I could have had. And I'm just rolling nothing. I got 1-6 so far. Oh, nice too. Can't roll anything here. I think it's just red. Just hit red, please. Love of God. No, he took from... because he wanted to settle. God damn it, man. Now he's gonna probably hit us. I am caught between a sticky situation. Yeah. Bruh. This is awful. I think I picked a terrible... I think this was awful, and I knew it. This looks like gold compared to what's happening. What's up, guys? It's VoiceOver Brett back at it. Real Brett decided his brain couldn't take it anymore. Like I said, this was after like 2 rough, toxic games I didn't want to pose, and then we just had a rough start here. Then I kind of started to focus a little because I was just thinking of the ways I could get by in this game, and then my, brain doesn't translate to my mouth, and I'm not talking again. So here I am, with the TIE Fighter side-by-side setup. I took it because I wanted to be good at one thing, that's porting wood and getting high mounts of it. And I just thought with like a couple wheat rolls, you can get a city. You've connected settlements for road potential, even though red or orange looks scary up top with road potential. But I thought orange would take a lot of heat based on their setup. And mine kind of paces like perfectly where if it does hit in the end, you could get help to even snipe road from someone. But you need cards to do that. And of course, I'm not rolling any cards. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, what am I even doing with my life? You can't trade in this game without many cards.
Oh, this is done.
Like I said there, yeah. I'm holding all specialty cards. So there's nothing to even trade it for unless I get a great 2-to-1 of other specialty cards. Even this 2 ore is like semi-tempting to me. But I'm just thinking I need to settle Woodport or it's toast. And I don't know where I'm getting the other wheat. And then I have a city, but then the Woodport not settled. So my number one goal is to just settle and then see what can happen. Luckily, I've rolled a couple 7s where I've been able to then hit orange, who's clearly ahead here, and steal ore, which I usually would need to trade give decent stuff for, but getting them free like that while being behind kind of lets me just hold ore without, getting touched, but still I need cards to settle and then, eventually use the ore, which you gotta pray. Setup wise, I think you'll see red kind of plays this position a little weird. Unfortunately, pulls.
I've gotten 1 wood roll.
There I am. I guess I should spoil the dev pulls, but I think red plays a little weird, and I think blue plays a little weird, and I think orange, setup wise, is the one I'm most worried about. I thought red would have quite a bit of potential, but based off the way I see it goes and stuff like that, 7 out, red kind of doesn't scare me as much. So in my head, I'm thinking orange probably has had the best setup. And look, there's the wood roll. That's what I needed, and now I know I have an actual chance. This is when I kind of lock in. I'm like, look at my hand.
I've got a city. You city this. Let's get the when the brick hits. I feel like 5 is a hit. I've missed out on so many 11s and 12s. Or, I don't know if 12 hit, but 11s. Would have been money. Whoa. They got a trade. Road settle? Oh, just a road. Alright, let's try to... Do we take the city, or do we try to get another road settle? Nah, just take the city. Unless anyone wants to do this, or... They want to do that. I'm going to do a blue. There we go. There's something. There we go. Big rolls. Blue's harder to close, I think. Not that crazy, but... Oh, that's what they're doing. That's interesting. That changes up my possibilities. Oh, perfect Bree pick. I think I go to the 9-12. Oh my god, this 6 is now rolling. What the fuck? There's the 6. Oh my god. Where do you go here? You go 9-12. I'll give an extra brick.
It's here that I realize Red accidentally gave me that trade and was trying to trade a brick for a wood. And because in theory, just based on the surface, that
Alright, we have a game here.
trade didn't really make any sense. So I luckily got away with that. Saved me a card and half of a free card.
The 6-3 worked out perfectly. Or the city there. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my god, and then we just rolled 3. Anybody want sheep? I think I just pour for wheat.
Definitely makes sense to port for wheat. Wheat's versatile for the devs, for the settle, for another city. I think it's the best card to generally port here.
Don't make ore, brother.
This is where blue kind of surprises me and starts going for the road potential there. And I'm starting to think blue's going to easily stall out. Red is in kind of la la land. Like it's just between me and orange. But blue is going to like semi assist us, I think, with road easily being sniped by red or orange. And so he's kind of doing us a little bit of favor, even though we kind of would love to win with road. Like in the meantime, blue going for this
Oh my god.
terrible double play, which they'd never pull off. It would be a miracle if they pulled off. It helps orange from quickly getting points and just taking road for the win. Because I could have wasted my time to take roads to snipe it from orange too, but then I'm not getting the points I need to win. Like I'm looking to snipe road as late as possible with these rolls. And really, at this point, when you're looking for trades, you're just looking for any 1-to-1 with the wood. You'll basically take any card, and no 2-to-1s. That doesn't make sense. But you'll take brick for road. You'll take sheep for settle or pop. You'll take wheat for settle pop up, or for potential city. Blue kind of uses their knight and solos me there, which was a little dangerous for them because if orange does not 7 out there and I remain blocked, they're in a fantastic position and I would assume they win most of the time. Fortunately, another 7 rolls, I get hit again, but it's off my 6, and that's huge for me. But it come to realize too with red, they would play a knight anyways, and they kind of recognize the danger. Well, not really, they don't recognize because they're attacking blue because of the army situation. Unfortunately, they're lagging so far behind that they're kind of locked into targeting on blue, which is, probably not the best play, but for me and orange's sake, it's the best play, of course. It's awesome. Here I'm just letting it be known that orange has cities, so they can get those extra points through cities or even settles pretty fast, where I have to stack up, I think, a bit more rolls. But look what hits, a 12. You can't ask for a better roll than that. Not that I say it doesn't do anything for me, but it does everything for me late game. Now I know I just need more 6s, and the wheat part of my city is taken care of. And look, you're half a card from a city right there. But I get a little worried. Look at Orange's hand, 14 cards in this position, 2 ports. They do have the ore port, by the way. I forgot my. I should have moved the map over. I didn't realize the camera was taken up. But that's an ore port, which is two to one ports, which are great for them. And look how close they are. And uh, everyone kind of has to accept I'm in a good spot, but it's kind of all eyes on Orange right now, just because the rolls are very conducive to points and roads pretty easily. And here, I'll trade wheat for, my wheat's valuable, but I'm looking to trade brick because I'm looking to build roads. I know I'm not going to probably build 4 points unless I got really lucky with devs faster than orange. So that brick, I'm like, I need that for to take road and then also expand to that 4, which also helps me take road in the long run. Uh, Maybe I won't get a perfect road, but with this kind of setup, when you have enough of these roads next to each other, and you take fat rolls that you can port away like 2 for 1 pretty easily. It take at every time in the end game, it's like you need maybe 3 or 4 roads to just reach a length that's really high and will likely snipe it. So that's what I'm kind of thinking in my head. I'm just like, get points for now, build out that road to the next settle, and then there's probably a point where if it gets back to my turn and I've stalled the game out long enough against orange, that road is obtainable. Um, or at least you want to try to make it be and not completely throw out the window. You might actually have to sneak it too. You don't know it's still in 7. Like people could feed you road, um, but seeing orange's spot, but it's all good. I asked if blue needs wood here for road, um, and I'm counting out my roads just to make sure I know how much I need. But blue says they could take it back on their turn alone, which is honestly perfect for me because I know blue's not going to extend to a high amount where I can't take it in the end. But again, it stalls out orange in the meantime from basically winning. And I just have a perfect road settle in hand. So get rid of all your cards and just get this. And now our objective is clear. We need 4 roads to basically take it. And you'll only have 1 lost road if you take a easy connect, but you could do a 5 road perfect roads, but like it's not necessary. But you just gotta know 4 is likely gonna win you a game, unless it really gets to extend. Then you would just use like 3 roads to snipe the max length. But if you have 4, you just win the game. Um, and I still want to put pressure words wise on orange because they could definitely just still pop and like get another city for the win. Or if they're unblocked and these 8-6 like hits right here, uh, kind of in a tough position there. So I'm thinking to myself, should I take this trade as well? This wheat for brick. I don't take it. I could take it, but I just like don't know what I'm gonna roll or need. So and I'm just on so low cards. I was thinking maybe if like the road becomes too far gone, maybe like getting a city point is needed and I need the wheat, but I just end up popping. And honestly, taking the brick would have been advantageous. Uh, but because I didn't need it for that pop, but I pop, get a knight. And it's not the dev you necessarily want to see, but I know I could stop the bleeding from like orange one. Oh my god. Again, I'm just so locked in. Great roll. Actually, taking the brick might have won me in the game. This guy might have mono. Dude, 16 card. And see, I was pondering the brick trade and kind of regretting it. But red has a lot of cards, but unless they get insanely lucky here with pops, I'm not remotely worried about them. But they do have to, you think, start playing stuff to get army holding 5 devs. But they kind of just pass on their turn. Here I'm in an interesting spot where I see the brick roll. I know they have a lot of brick. I just have a pop in hand, hoping to pull something good. Fortunately, I just get a knight, but I know I have to knight the 6 here. If a 6 hits, it's game over. That is enough road to take road. And so, I know I'm likely going to get a brick from orange. So now I'm just waiting on like a 6 and then to get one brick. And there it is. I'm basically a half a card off from winning. And that play was most needed. It saved the game. And now, uh, now orange has no way to win the game here with their hand. Their best bet is just to try and go for road and just keep extending and pray get it, because basically um, if I get it, it's game over anyways. So might as well attempt for it. If I don't get it, they're in a great spot to snatch it. But I do have win in hand now. Blues tell me I need 3 roads to win. I'm like, do I? Because I know I don't. But I know I do need 4. But sometimes you can, with this type of road setup, you can confuse yourself if you're not counting right. Unfortunately, I wish I had could have got the full 5 length, but it just wasn't in the cards. The only way I lose this game right now at this point is if I 7 out, and all I'm just thinking is, no way, that wouldn't happen to me, not in a million years. And bingo, it doesn't.
Ooh. 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then I'm just counting. So yeah, I won this game in this awkward spot after not rolling a card for forever. Just goes to show you shouldn't give up so easily, especially when you know you have a setup that can pace and start stacking in the end with some good rolls. And I think blue and red played a little awkwardly, that they didn't help themselves. All right, well, there's another one. Crazy game there. It was all good fun and spirits. I was gonna post this if I lost anyways, because that was a good game. I just wish the ones I had before were worth posting. It was just so toxic. But this was a very awful start that turned into how the dice swayed back. 8s rolled a lot, but 6s started coming back. I'm interested in just the 67. We got up there in rolls. Wow. I don't know if I made. This is one I would like to look back on, because I don't think I made all the right moves, but I was trying to figure it out. It's an awkward setup, but yeah, interesting.